Hi, welcome back to my channel. As you know, my channel is mostly about my dolls and my pets, but sometimes my channel veers off into other subjects like my health, my family, different things that are going on, and even, movie star or reality stars, I guess is what you call them. And I've talked about several reality stars, and um, it's just my opinion on things, and that's what I created this channel for, is just for me to be able to have an outlet of my opinions, which maybe nobody cares, maybe they do, but I'm putting them out there anyway because it helps me to work my way through things. So as you can see, I have a gay pride shirt on, and it says Proud Grandma, and this is what I'm going to talk about today. I'm 65 years old, and I grew up from a very, very large Catholic family. And I grew up, I'm 65. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. And free love and all that stuff, But the one thing that I never dealt with, never had any reason to, was gay people, the LGBTQ community. Um, I've had mixed thoughts through the years, and recently I've had to come to terms with my thoughts and the lives of my grandchildren and that generation of people in our family, which is very large. It ranges over 100 people just with from my parents down. So as you can see, we have a really big family, just from my parents down, and my siblings and their spouses and their kids and their spouses and their kids and their spouses and their kids. So we're kind of really spreading out here and going a long ways. But sometimes things come upon us that make us sit back and say, wow, where have I been? Have I been sleeping through all this? And that's kind of what happened to me. First off, a few years ago, my nephew came out as gay. I tried to support him. I didn't understand it, and I've learned a lot since then. And my nephew maybe isn't the best person to represent LBQ, but maybe he is, because I think that he felt different from our family, from all these people that were straight, and some that would never admit if their own child was gay. And so I think he struggled a lot. He got addicted to prescription drugs, and he did some stealing to, of course, purchase these prescription drugs, because it is an addiction, and went to jail for a short time and got out, got re-addicted to these prescription drugs, and now I think he's kind of getting his life straightened out. But he was really having problems with dealing with who he was and learning to navigate his way through the LBQ world. And so let's fast forward to today. And recently, and when I say recently, in the last year, I have had a granddaughter come out as gay, and I have had a granddaughter come out as non-binary. And if you don't know what non-binary is, it means that you have shifting identities to who you feel you are. You do not always feel, sometimes you feel like you're a female, sometimes you feel like you're gender identity is a male. And sometimes that gender identity doesn't feel like either one, and you feel like you're some strange person put here on this earth and you don't belong here. What I've also learned is that in some cases it causes severe depression because they feel that they're not normal, because they grow up thinking that to be normal they have to be the gender they were born with, and they have to like the opposite gender. They have to grow up, they have to get married and have kids, and the typical stereotype thing. And then I have a granddaughter that's bisexual, and she can be with a male or female. It doesn't make a difference to her. It feels the same. She can, have crushes on females. She can have crushes on males. And it feels the same to her. And so it's not just that she's going to have sex with males and females. It's the point that she can have a relationship, a serious relationship, with a male or female, and it feels the same to her. We so stereotypical our people in our lives, and we expect things of them that are not feasible for them, and we forget to find out who they are and let them tell us who they are, and we need to support them. We don't always have to agree with their decisions, but they're family, and to me family is everything, and we need to support them. And so this has all pretty much come about in the last year, where they've all come out, and it's been really not hard for me to accept. Excuse me, because one of my best friends, this is what really made me more aware, is a gay man married to another man. They have the typical love romance. It's just that their love romance are both males. They grew up, they met each other, it was pretty much instant love. They fell in love, they got married, and they were lucky enough to adopt 3 wonderful sons. So, no, it's not the typical family, of 2.5 kids or whatever it is, mom, dad, and 2.5 kids. But it is dad, and 3 wonderful children. These wonderful children would have probably been just gone through the welfare system. They were siblings, all siblings, and probably would have, just gone through the welfare system, and their lives would not be as enriched as it is today. They would not have the stability of a family that they have today. And everyone deserves that stability, whether it's mom and mom, or dad and dad, or mom and dad. Everyone deserves that stability. Okay, now my family kind of reaches out a little bit. It's kind of the same generation as my granddaughters. I have a great niece that is come out as gay, and I have a great niece that has come out as transgender. Now, for the most part, everybody is supported by our family. Some more than others, but they are supported by our family. Even the ones who don't agree with it, most of the ones who don't agree with it will give support. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody in my family is open to the LBQ. I have one brother that would vehemently deny that this could possibly happen. And if it happened to one of his children, I do believe that he might be capable of murder, because he is that strongly against it. That's really sad, because we need to embrace our grandchildren. They are still people. Their lives still have value. My oldest granddaughter has graduated high school with high honors, and just being gay doesn't make her not be able to excel, not to be able to do things that she wants to do. She has big plans for her life. And now when I think about it, I should have known she was gay, but I didn't. And it came as a surprise to me. All these girls were dressed as little girls in fancy dresses and, never acted the opposite sex or anything growing up, when they were little. I'm not say growing up because they're still growing up. But anyway, I'm just here to say that you have to support your family. You have to support your kids and your grandkids. It's not your decision if they feel that they're in a different body, if they feel differently than we do. We have to be, as adults, we have to be adult enough to accept that not everybody's the same, just like not everybody has the same opinion about everything. If everyone had the same opinion about everything, well, we would either all be Republicans or all be Democrats, and we would all be boring people. But everybody is so unique in their own skin. And to say that, I'm going to go off on a little religion here, sorry for some of you, but to say that they're wrong, that they're going to go to hell and this, I don't believe that, Yeah, Sodom was destroyed because of what people want to use as gay to hate. And really, when you think about why Sodom was destroyed, it was destroyed because these people were evil. They weren't just having gay relationships. They were raping and, murdering people for their own sexual fantasies. It was a horrible thing. And that is totally different from someone just saying, I'm gay and living a gay life. I would fight for my granddaughter's rights till the day I die. I love these girls more than anything in the world. And for this to come out, is not surprising when you have such a large family. I mean, the Duggars have nothing on us. Anyway, well, they do. They have Josh, and we do not have Josh. Luckily, we don't have Josh. But the gay rights do not affect me because I'm not gay. But they do affect me because of my grandchildren. If we have laws that gays can marry, those laws don't affect me because I'm not going to go out and marry a female. My husband is deceased. I don't plan on ever getting married again. But I'm not marrying a female, so why should I care if the laws are where gays can marry? Because I'm not going to marry a female. Well, that's stereotypical. That's where we're wrong. These laws give everybody rights. It means that we're supporting everybody. The laws are so messed up, and they don't even, it's Lulu. Lulu's got bad allergies, and she's on steroids, so she's missing some fur. But anyway, we've got bad laws and opinions on gay people. We've got bad laws on everyone. We stereotypical every, as people, that's our culture. I'm not going to go off on race and everything else because that was a whole nother story. But it's, it kind of goes back the same way, But Trixie's got itches too. Its allergies are just killing them. I haven't given them their Benadryl yet today. But anyway, we need to support our youth coming of age because they are, they are going to create this world in the way they choose to change it. This world was so nuclear family when I was growing up, and it slowly evolved to change other things. Now, that doesn't mean that when I was growing up there weren't gays, because there were. But these gays did not come out as gays because they knew that they could lose their job, they could be ostracized from their families, they could be persecuted. And for what? Because they weren't like us. They weren't like what we perceived to be correct. That's not right. It's totally wrong. We can't judge people. We can't persecute people because they're different than us. The race is the big thing they always have out about now. But in reality, racism to me can lead over to the LBQ because people have some people, not all people, have a hatred for them. And there are the Phelps, who are disgusting people, and I hate to say it, their compound, as I call it, is just a few blocks from my house. It's also right across the street from the Rainbow House. And I told one of my granddaughters that I would take her over there to do a picture with her, and I would wear my Proud Grandma shirt. But I have to admit that sometimes I have to think to myself what I'm doing, because I changed my picture on Facebook to show this shirt and made kind of a funny gesture, and Proud Grandma. And because I'm so proud of my granddaughters. They are, I don't care what their sexual orientation is. I love them for who they are. They have been my world since the first one was born. I have had a really close relationship to them. They've grown up with Grandma's Week at, where they all stayed at Grandma's, and this lasted into, the years. And okay, now I have other granddaughters, so don't get me wrong. I don't just have those 3 granddaughters. I have other granddaughters that I love as much as I love these 3. They are all the same to me. It doesn't matter to me what they decide that they like, because I want them to be happy. And watching them grow up, I am proud of them. I'm proud of them for all their accomplishments. I'm proud of them for who they are, and for the fact that they are not afraid to be who they are. And I think that's really the point I'm trying to draw here. And I've gone off on this large tirade of 20 minutes, when really what I'm trying to say is everyone has the right to be who they are. And they don't have to be a nuclear family. They don't have to have 2.5 children. They don't have to be what the country has decided they need to be, what the world has decided they need to be. In some countries, they do, kill people for being gay, and some people try to come to the U.S. just because they feel like they have a better chance at life here. And I think we need to support that. Um, just like we support, Hispanics coming across the border, for a better life. But, we have to have control over who comes in the country because, our resources, okay, we are so in debt to China, that's not even funny. But, we have to have the resources to take care of anyone who comes in and gets citizenship. And we hopefully we don't have to take care of them. They find a job and they move on and do, you know, be productive citizens, tax-paying citizens to the United States. But we have people that are born in the USA and they are going to be tax-paying citizens, or they are already. My good friends that are gay, they are very productive. I have a girl that I worked with whom is gay. My boss was gay back then. It didn't make me think any less of my boss. She was a good boss, and she gave me a chance to learn a job that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. So I think that if we choose who we let into our lives strictly on how their sexual orientation is or how they feel, then we're losing out on a lot. We're losing out on so much. And so I'm just want to say, be proud. Support your family. Support your friends. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what they feel. I think that God made each one of us and He made us who we are. It's our choices what we do with it, but I think that God made us exactly who we are. And I think that if you're gay, you don't have to say, I'm going against God. You just say, He made me who I am. And I think that's really what it amounts to. So I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my granddaughters. I'm proud of my great nieces. I'm proud of my nephew. But I'm also proud of all the other granddaughters and all the other grandsons and all the other great nieces and all the other great nephews and all the other nieces and all the other nephews and all my siblings. I have a wonderful family, a great, big, giant, wonderful family. And I am so enriched by this family. You get to know my family, just one of us, and you become adopted by the whole family. So be who you are. If you ever need someone to talk to, go to Jordan's Crazy Dollhouse and Zoo on Facebook, like our page, send us a message, and we will send you a message back. If you want to, just talk about it, or if you're going through something and you feel like you need someone to support you, we're here, and we'd be glad to talk to you. So anyway, thanks for watching this long video that is drawn out because I wasn't sure exactly what to say and how to say it, but in the end, it's all about loving each other. Thanks for watching. Come back again.